In this country, there's 3 classes of fighters. You start off from novice to C-class fights, and you're not allowed to elbow at all. You're allowed to knee to the body, kick to the body, kick to the head, punch to the head, full contact, but you're not allowed to elbow at all. Then after a few fights, you move on to B-class, which is 5 2-minute rounds, and you're allowed to knee to the head, knee to the body, knee to the legs, kick to the head, punch to the head, and you have to elbow body. So when you're in a clinch from there, going on to clinch work, you can elbow body, you can elbow down there in the clinch, and so on. If he's got a gap there, you can elbow collarbone, solar plexus, and then so on. You don't see much of it because it's quite hard to do, and keep your head out of the way of someone punching as well, so it's quite difficult. Then after a few fights from that, you've got A class, which is full Thai rules. In Thailand, everybody fights full Thai rules, whether you're 5, 55, you all fight full Thai rules. There's no different classes, and that's it. So you can elbow. So elbows from there. You've got punches there. You need to step in to make that distance up with the elbow. You don't overstretch with an elbow because you're leaving yourself open for knees. So you need to be up nice and tight, then you elbow from there. Different elbows. You've got just cutting across from there to there, one hand on the head all the time, in there. But like Reese has got his arms up there, you're never going to hit anybody like that. So, up through the middle. So you've got stepping, rising elbow, up through the middle from there. In the clinch, that clinch is there, from round clinch, in there. That distance there is enough to elbow. From there to there, that's it. That's all you need is an elbow that way, like that, okay? So from there, when you clinch, you need your head nice and out of the way, nice and tight from there. Right then, you can use it as part of combinations, in there to there, elbow, from there, step in, elbow, and so on. You can use it front or back, doesn't make any difference. You just need to step in to make that distance up. But one hand needs to be on the head. If you get elbowed, and that person's got a bad guard, as soon as you get elbowed, you elbow back straight away. If that person's got a bad guard, you'll end up cutting him before he cuts you. So hands up from there. Right then, so rising elbow cuts through the middle of the guard. It's hard to stop an elbow like that. It cuts through the glove, in there, and then so on, okay? So you can knock the head back, then come over the top, and then so on. Someone with a slightly lower guard, your elbow comes up, and you come up, and you come down over the top of the glove. So even if he's got his chin protected there, like that, you can still get over the top, in there, bang, and then so on, okay? In the clinch there, you can elbow collarbone to get that person off. When you've got enough gap, then you can start elbowing in there, and so on. Not only can you elbow the head, but in the clinch there, elbow the arm. You can split the arm one way, turning elbow, and so on. So you can use that to get to that, turning elbow, and so on. Right then, that's all at that angle from there. That space above there is hard to protect when you're tired. It's hard to lift all your arms up and protect head. So jumping elbows. If you haven't got much distance to make up, you can just skip it in, up, and then skip from there. And again, up, and then in. Nice and tall, a lot of distance. You use that leg to lift you up in the air, and then you come down, your hands up. From there, up, and then back, and then down, and again. Up, and then back. And you strike downwards. You lift your elbow nice and high, and you strike as you come down, then you land. And again, up, and then back, and then so on, okay? Climbing elbow then. Right then, climbing elbow. From there, one, up, and you put your foot in there to lift you up to get to the head. From there, up, and then strike, and then down. And again, one more. From there, so it's like front kick. Bring it up there, in, up, and then strike, and then back. And that's it.